How to update CPD, DAP, PDR, Continuing Professional Development, Development Action Plan, Personal Development Record, Getting Registered CEng ICE, Institution of Civil Engineers, UK. Per Institution of Civil Engineers, UK Rules and Guidance. Please subscribe this channel for more videos on CEng CPD Preparation. You can find out more in our CPD guidance document, which includes templates for your DAP and PDR. You can visit ICPDR. You can visit ICE website. If you have membership, then you can visit the link below. Continuing Professional Development CPD. Continuing Professional Development CPD is a way for you to show that you are committed to learn and developing throughout your career. To stay relevant, you need to keep your skill, knowledge, and experience up to date. Record what you learn and then apply this in your job. As an ICE member, you need to manage your own professional development. If requested to, you should be able to send ICE annual record of your past year's CPD. Benefits of CPD. Demonstrate your professional pride and integrity. Life is competitive and civil engineers is no different. It makes sense to allocate time to maintaining and developing your knowledge and skills. As an ICE member, you are likely to have plenty of opportunities to keep your professional competence up to date, spending time at briefings, reading relevant publications, and going to conferences, presentations, and courses. When you use the CPD to record your development, identify skill gap, plan how to fill them, you will show the commitment you are making to your career and to upholding professional standards. What is CPD, DAP, PDR? Continuing Professional Development, CPD. When you get appraisal, you will need to show a commitment to continuing professional development, CPD. You do this by submitting a current development action plan, DAP, and a personal development record, PDR, for at least the last 3 years. Your development action plan, DAP, looks ahead and must contain your personal development objectives for at least 12 months ahead. Your personal development record, PDR, should describe all the formal and informal training you have undertaken over the last 3 years or more. As a guide, you should have at least 30 CPD hours per year when you apply for a career appraisal. You should have achieved the following minimum hours of CPD: 90 hours CPD at Incorporated Engineer Member or Member MICE grade, 180 hours for Chartered Engineer Member. This should include current formal training related to health, safety, and welfare. Current practice in CPD. Best CPD practice is always changing. Employers are also taking it increasingly seriously. ICE defines CPD as the systematic maintenance, improvement of skills, and the development of personal qualities necessary for the execution of professional and technical duties throughout your working life. The institution's rules of professional conduct states that CPD is a formal requirement for members at all grades. It says they only undertake work that they are competent to do. All members shall develop their professional knowledge, skills, and competence on a continuing basis, and shall give all responsible assistance to further the education, training, and continuing professional development to others. All members shall have full regard for the public interest, particularly in relation to matters of health and safety, and in relation to the well-being of future generations, and they shall show due regard for the environment and for the sustainable management of natural resources. Look at the CPD cycle. Development Action Plan, DAP. Your DAP will work best if it combines the first two steps of CPD cycle. You review and plan. You will decide how to recommend that You do it at least once a year. Review. First, you should review your recent performance. Identify both your current competence and the areas where you need further learning and development. A SWOT, strength, weakness, threats. Analysis is a useful tool for this. Your analysis should consider your short-term and long-term development goals as well as personal development record PDR. Your PDR will work best if it combines the last two steps of the CPD cycle, the record of your CPD activities and their evolution. Development activities. This is about putting your plan into practice. There are many activities you can do. Ideas for subject and activities are included in Appendix D. You will come across different types of CPD and carry out, as well as the unplanned CPD opportunities that you might find along the way. Both sides of CPD are valuable and will encourage you to explore further. Good CPD becomes addictive. Evaluation. Once you have done any CPD activity, it is important to record it. Identify what you have learned and how it has helped you. For example, think about how it will make you act differently. When you have completed this record, do you still feel your plan is good enough? Does it need updating? You may choose to record and evaluate your CPD using the Personal Development Record template in Appendix B. Summary. Once you have completed the full CPD cycle, you will have new learning and development needs, and the process simply starts again. You can see that your DAP links to your PDR. We recommend that its objective for improvement in the plan should be matched up in your PDR with what activities you did to achieve that object and your evaluation to these activities. Set your own goals, motivate yourself, and manage your CPD, while your employer may provide many of the resources you need and help you plan and evaluate. You can also include any education and training you need or undertake. Annual CPD Audit. The annual CPD audit takes place in February. Each year, a random sample of professionally active members are contacted via email and requested to submit their CPD records. If you are requested to submit your CPD as part of an annual CPD audit, you will receive an email from cpd@ice.org.uk asking you to submit. If you use the ICE forms, your latest personal development record PDR, please note that to be viewed as current, the PDR should have been recorded within the previous 12 months. Your Development Action Plan DAP. Please ensure you include your current job role and responsibilities so that we understand the context of your CPD planning and actions. If you are submitting the details in other formats, the information must comply with the Engineering Council's CPD code for registration as a minimum standard. Include your current job role and responsibilities so that we understand the context of your CPD planning and actions. In return, a peer review by the ICE CPD panel will provide a high-level assessment to your CPD records, which will be sent in August. Competence. It is vital that you make your CPD records as effective as possible. As the diagram below shows, your key stakeholders will increasingly demand proof of your continuing competence. How much CPD should you do? As a guide, you should be doing an appropriate amount of demonstrate your final initial professional development IPD up to the professional review stage. Further details can be found within ICE's career appraisal guidance. Later in your career, you will need to do enough to continue developing and maintaining the professional knowledge, skills, and experience that you need for your role. This can be achieved initially by mapping out your learning and development requirements at the start of each year and completing appropriate CPD throughout. Amount of CPD that you carry out is relative to maintaining your competence. ICE does not set a minimum CPD hours requirement. The number of CPD hours that a member completes will vary based on their registration grade, level of experience, role and responsibility, and future career plans. Members generally tend to complete an average of 30 CPD hours a year after professional review. There are circumstances when you don't need to do CPD. For example, when you are on or about to go on parental leave, are retired and not a reviewer taking consultancy work, have been unemployed for more than 6 months, are suffering from any illness or disability which prevents you from undertaking CPD. If any of the above apply to you, we would still encourage you to record your development, such as reading relevant publications, web-based research. However, we would consider you for exemption from audit of your CPD records if you are requested to submit your CPD as part of the annual audit and you think you may be exempt for any reason. Please contact cpd@ice.org.uk and an ICE member of staff will be happy to advise. Appendix A, Template of CPD Development Action Plan. Please copy and paste this template into a new Word document when submitting your CPD record. Appendix B, Template of CPD Personal Development Record. Please copy and paste this template into a new Word document when submitting your CPD record. Appendix C, Example Subject Areas for Development. This list of subjects and topics will help you identify your development needs. However, this list is not exhaustive and you might be able to include other subjects and topics. Self-development, interpersonal skills, leadership and team management, decision making, stress management, time management and delegated skills, career development and planning, foreign languages, personal ethics and rules of conduct, communication, report and interview skills, negotiating skills, managing meetings, information management, General Data Protection Regulation 2018, presentation skills in-house to clients at public meetings. Strategic management, establishing practice strategy and developing business plans, improving employers' performance and business improvement, health and safety legalization, policy and procedures, quality assurance and quality management, environmental management, employee relations and human resource management, diversity management, Equality Act 2010, training and development to others. Technical, detailed design, environmental design, technology, impact analysis, new design skills, procurement, estimates, bids and tenders, construction site management, efficiency, energy conservation, new building materials, new forms of contract and partnering. Legislative, construction regulations, construction contract law. Health and safety legislation, environmental legislation, employment legislation, different forms of contract. Associated professional areas, adjudication, architecture, arbitration, facilities management, planning supervision, project management. Working with others, team leadership, delegation skills, managing poor performance, performance appraisals. Business practice, client care and management, marketing skills and techniques, public relations, dealing with media and VIPs. Information technology, in-house computer services, personal computing skills, specialist software, contract management, financial planning and management, reporting systems, establishing a budget, cost control system, cash flow, profit and loss account, balance sheets, VAT and taxation, project finance, EU and government grants, procurement procedures, contract management, terms of appointment and contract administration, risk management, disputes resolution. Specialist interest area: energy, environment and conservation, ground, maritime, public sector, public municipal, research and innovation, structural and building surveying, transport, water. Virtual design, urban planning and design, health, safety and welfare. Legislation, evolution of health and safety executive, personal responsibility for health, safety and welfare, confidential reporting on structural safety, standing committee on structural safety, management of health, safety and welfare in design, management of health, safety and design, management of health, safety and welfare on site, CSCS scheme. Appendix D, example development activities. This is a list of example CPD activities. However, it is not exhaustive and you may choose to include other activities as long as they contribute towards your development. Learning on the job, peer guidance and discussion, in-house presentations, attending trade exhibitions and systematically gathering information and knowledge to develop as an engineer, structured reading, work shadowing to add an expertise of routine tasks, promoting engineering in primary and secondary schools, technical presentation, writing reports and writing for publications, preparing of CPD presentation on colleague and other professionals, exposure to new situations at work which require action, participating in career conventions, job segment, regional ICE events, listening to training CDs for research purposes and technical information, participating in ICE activities such as acting as a reviewer, a student relation officer, or join new initiatives and ideas are discussed, sharing knowledge and expertise with others, allied professional events, acting as a coach or mentor for a fellow professional, lecturing at organized events, research both on the job and for further qualifications, teaching, self-study through reading textbook or study packs, personal learning from the internet, validated and accredited qualifications, formal distance and open learn courses, conferences, seminars,